I'll record it.
All right, so there we go. All right, let me share my screen. Okay, everybody see that okay?
Yep.
All right.
It was a picture that has potential. It's just, it's not dramatic and there's nothing, I don't know. It just doesn't have any pizzazz. Am I using the right word?
Sure. Well, what kind of feeling you looking to get out of it?
I'm getting to look some impact. I want that to be like more painterly, more bold. I want the dog and the girl to stand out. Well, we could crop. I mean, I know the basic stuff. I just stuck the raw picture in there. You know, we could crop it out and we can kick the contrast or color saturation up. But what else could I do to make it something special?
No, guys, any suggestions?
I would, yeah, I would crop it down quite a bit actually. I mean, the flowers in the background are kind of nice, but if you should crop it right in, I think, and get
Yeah,
rid
at
of
least take the top down, crop the top down.
Yeah,
Yeah.
right. Probably even want to
Andy's gonna do it for me there.
pull the leash out or something.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Yeah, something like that, maybe.
Yeah, and
Yeah, see, that's a lot better already.
I mean,
clone out the leash.
what if you crop it right up to the, just take the paws off the dog at the front?
Yeah, I was debating
Right up
that,
to the neck.
but yeah, I suppose you could
Go right in. Yeah.
something up in here. Yeah, his paws are sticking out pretty far. Why is this not cropping? Okay. You have no idea. Let me try it again.
You're starting to sound like me, Sandy. How did that
Yeah.
happen?
I know, it's always something.
I'll be sitting there and say, dang, how did I do that?
Well, now I can't get the tool to work. That's all right. We get the idea. Yeah, well, I definitely see if you could get more detail out of your highlights and things like
Color
that.
saturation. Something's off with the color saturation. It's too bland.
Yeah, well, I think it's probably a little on the overexposed side, but
Yeah.
let's just take a quick peek here. We've been using Camera Raw as an example in Photoshop, but you could easily do it on the way in from Lightroom or wherever you're
Yeah.
doing your thing. Okay. So
Yeah.
once we have that, I'm just going to make a copy, put it
Sure.
on there above. We're going to use Filter Camera Raw. And see if we can get a little more detail. Yeah, those highlights had more detail. Maybe we bring the exposure down a little bit.
Yeah,
Shadow.
see, that kicks it up already.
Yeah, yeah. I think you. The other thing I like to do is play with clarity, just and dehaze.
Oh yeah, look at that snapping.
Okay, so that's a good start.
Yeah.
And if it's a little too much saturation, you can back that off a little bit in this area.
Make it a little, we want to make it a little warm too.
Yeah,
I think it's just a tad on the blue side.
yeah. So if you want to warm it up, I would go up to the temperature up here and just kind of warm it up a bit. There you go.
Yeah, see, that makes a nice.
So now the other thing you may want to do, let's go back. Well, quickly, here's your before and after. So we're already there a little bit. But the other things you might want to do is play with putting some gradients on there. Just to bring attention to her more.
Yeah.
I would do the same on the bottom. Okay. Now you can shorten these so that they fall off quicker and then move them to where you want them. And you can
Oh,
see how it's
yeah.
darkening
Yeah.
up as you go.
Yeah.
So you kind of get somewhere in here, I think would be nice. You know, and we can do the same on this other one. We can see where it's starting to pay off. Somewhere probably around here. Did you see it's affecting her?
Yeah.
Making her dark. So
Makes her
now they
darker.
they've really changed the masking so you can add or subtract areas you don't want. So let's say we're going to subtract with a brush, you know, her.
On her.
Yeah. So you can easily do that.
Oh, just brush her out.
Yeah.
The mask.
Yeah. If you want to see the overlay, you just click here and you can see where it's
Yeah, what's on
spread
top of
over,
it?
so you don't miss anything.
Huh.
Yeah, so just recently, these are new masking tools, and they're really helpful. I don't know if you've had a chance to play around with them. Okay, so let's shut that off.
Huge difference.
Yeah,
I still like the idea of cropping that up right up to that red mat almost.
yeah. Well, we can do that here pretty easily now. So we can just go up to it, get our crop tool here and something like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, so the red and the red's right at the bottom then too.
Oh, yeah, that looks better.
Mhm.
We don't mind the dog's feet not being there.
Yeah. So
In
that,
fact, this is probably the perfect time for a slight vignette, and then the dog would look more.
And then clone out the blue leash.
Yeah,
that-
the blue. Yeah.
yeah, yeah. I would do that, and maybe if you want to get more paler, you can take it in topaz and do some things with it.
Right.
Yeah. So I'm just going to get rid of some of this stuff here too. There we go. I'm using my healing tool. Let's see how the healing brush does here. It's going to be kind of interesting. Nope,
No.
it's not working. Not at all. So we'll go get a clone. Just kind of pull this all out. Yeah, I'm not being the neatest that could be, but you get the
Yeah,
idea.
but it's still, you get the idea.
Yeah,
It's almost gone, see? There you go.
yeah.
If you didn't know it was there originally, you wouldn't see it.
Not exactly my prize-winning retouching here, but yeah, something like that.
Yeah.
Anyway, and then we can take that and, you know, copy again and we can do a number of things with it. We can take it to topaz and get more painterly if you like.
Those were the filters I couldn't think of the name of earlier.
Ah, okay. Yeah, I'm kind of anxious to see what this new Luminar Neo is going to do. It's got a lot of AI on it, which will be interesting. So,
Well, definitely the world of photo editing is changing dramatically again.
yeah. Yeah, I don't know how crazy you want to get.
Oh, you know me, you can get as crazy as you want.
Yeah, it's true. Well, it's just
Shit,
this
more the better.
Yeah.
You know, I'm from the Jerry Marion school of editing.
Yeah. I mean, you could do something like this.
Yeah.
And once you have that, you can play with it.
Kinds of cool thing.
You know, let's just see what different. Yeah. I like that first. Yeah, maybe this. One. 6.5 dozen the other. Now let's see here. You can do it a higher stroke. Yeah, maybe lower. Yeah, it's a little wilder. There we go. Something like that. There's your paint volume. Yeah, I think somewhere in there, or maybe we could even go a little overboard. There we go. And then, you know, you could take this and then either use your mask here or in
Over it,
Photoshop
yeah,
and bring back, you know, what you don't want.
exactly.
Yeah, so maybe we could just, you know, just take a little bit out. There we go. And bring her back a bit,
Interesting.
you know, and you could even, oops. That's your before and after.
Yeah.
So maybe you want to bring the eyes up a little more. So you can take this and change the transparency. Bring
Yeah,
it
just rub it over the eyes.
Yeah. The eyes and the mouth. Maybe some of the nose. Yeah, there's the nose. Yeah, I suppose you can do the same with the dog.
Yeah, just call me Rembrandt.
Yeah, something like that.
Yeah, there's some differences. Playing with those filters makes all the difference in the world.
Mhm.
They're amazing.
So much power in there.
Yeah, so we can take this back, and then if you want to go further back and forth, you know, you've got this one underneath that you could mask and bring back. So say you just wanted it on the background.
Yeah,
You know,
that's a possibility too.
yeah. So now you get the option of just taking a brush
And taking, yeah,
yeah,
take it off of her and the dog.
yeah, and you can just take it off, you know, say 100%. You get black, that would help. There we go. So you could do
Yeah,
that.
look at
kind
the,
of,
oh yeah.
you know, you could do something like that, or just
Yeah, I like that.
You can continue on, just take it off her altogether,
The dog.
leave it on the edge.
Yeah.
Just,
Yeah, it looks good on the edge.
yeah, there you go. Maybe just do a little bit of the detail on the dog. Oh yeah, she's got a hand, doesn't she? There we go. You know, that's a little too much. You can just
Yeah, but still that concept is there. You can play with that.
yeah. So you can go back and forth and blend it till you get it where you want it. Yeah, maybe the hand's distracting, so get rid of that. So,
Yeah. Thank you.
sure. Alrighty. Well, thanks for bringing that in.
Yeah.
Just
Good
thinking
idea.
that might be a good lesson to do one of these days, is to give everybody the same photograph and see what they can come up with.
You're right, yeah.
Yeah, we've done that, where we passed around photo and given people a week to play with it and see what they come up with, and some interesting results, because everybody attacks it a little differently. And,
We're going to be starting the Hit Me With Your Best Shot SIG back up in January. Pat Kniff is going to run it, and I got to meet with him to consider some ideas. And one of the things that I got from another camera club was that they do a theme where they just, for example, dogs, water, rain. I mean, they just pick out some esoteric theme, and then they ask everybody to do a picture on it. And it can be up to your interpretation. And then they throw them out. But the guy that was telling me about it says the range of creativity that comes in when you do that is incredible. And I think, I think the same thing would be true here. If we took one picture, everybody played with it, different programs, different whatever, come up with a result. That'd be kind of interesting. I bet the range would be really, really off the ball.
It is. We've also done, subjects or keywords, as you would, where we've just thrown out like abstract, and then see what people's definition of abstract is as a photo image, and it's been fun. Yeah, we'll probably pick that up again, but that's a good idea. All righty. Well, let's see. I guess we can do Kim and then Ellen.
All right.
Move stuff over. There we go.
I took this out at the lake at Canola Ranch a few weeks ago. I was out looking to shoot birds, so I had my 100 to 400 lens on, and the red leaf with the purple seed pods just caught my eye. And that's the background, because I went with a short, a short depth of field. So that's just the weeds and everything we were behind it. So all I've done is taken this cropped in Lightroom, adjusted the contrast a bit, went into Topaz just to do an AI clear and bring out the detail a little, and that's about it.
Some simple looking.
No, it's fun. I'm wondering if maybe shortening these up a little bit, just kind of leave a little bit around here, but these
just hide them.
keeps going there. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. What do you guys think?
Yeah, it's
And maybe a vignette.
Vignette.
All right, Vignette, sure.
Yeah. But this one's small already, but yeah, I would just get a healing brush and not that big. Yeah, where I can see it. There we go.
It's a nice soft background. That's nice.
Yeah, I would just kind of cut it off there.
Okay.
Yeah, maybe take a little more off. Something like that. Doesn't want to go away. When that happens, then you're going to go to clone. It just keeps sampling it.
Oh, the same area. Okay.
Yeah, sometimes you just got to do something different. Push that up a little bit. Yeah, I suppose you could even knock it down in here if you wanted to. Yeah, just kind of do something like that. And then, do you have Luminar?
Yes, I do.
Yeah, I kind of like the controls on vignetting there a little better. So let's just go there and see what. lens there. Okay, while we're here, I guess we can take a look at some other things. Sometimes enhance gets helpful. I don't know if it's doing that much here on accent. Yeah, that might help a little bit. The other thing I use a lot is in the light category, I just use smart contrast. And
Oh, okay,
gives it a little more punch.
smart.
And then structure, sometimes I'll add some structure to it. But I don't know if that's helping the background. If I did structure, I would probably just keep an eye on the pods and the leaves,
Uh-huh.
you know, and then just mask it. Oop, come back here. There's the mask. You know, I would just paint it in selectively. Those areas, call it a day. And now that once you have this mask, you can copy it. See these three dots here?
Uh-huh.
Hit that and copy it. And I'm gonna say you want to go to detail and do the same
Ah.
thing. Yeah, you can take your detail up a bit. And then come over here, and click this and click this again and just do paste. Now it's just in those areas.
Pretty
Interesting.
cool.
Wow.
Yeah, so you're not doing things over and over and over.
Right.
Yeah, so that's helpful. And then let's get to our vignette. The reason we came, I always open advanced settings. First thing I do is take it down pretty hard, and then I take the feather down just to kind of see where it is, decide how big I want it and what shape. So maybe somewhere in this area, and then I'll pull the feather back.
Oh, wow.
There you
That
go.
looks good.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then you've got this inner light that also kind of pulls it up if it gets too dark in the middle, but I don't think we have that issue now. Maybe 1 or 2%. Yeah, there we go. There's a couple more tools. I don't know if you have the regular one or AI.
I've got the regular.
Okay. Yeah, the AI version has this super contrasting color harmony that the ability to affect the highlights, the midtones, or the shadows just with contrast. And then this color harmony lets you pump the brilliance up, which I don't think,
Oh, wow.
or take
Wow.
it down, if you want to subdue it a little bit.
Uh-huh.
And then you can warm it or cool it down. So you can warm it up.
So that previous mask, you could apply that on this one as well, Sandy?
Yeah,
or-
yeah. So it's a little change. It takes that red down a little bit, so it's not
Sure.
electric, which is helpful.
Mhm.
And I'd say that's probably about it. And just hit apply and we're back.
Okay.
You just need that glorious signature in the corner across.
Yeah. So
That is really neat.
yeah. So here's your before. Here's your after.
Oh, yeah. Subtle change, change, those little changes make that much difference.
Yeah, it just brings it up enough to make a
Mhm.
difference. So there you go.
So,
Okay.
Okay, let's look at this next one here. That's
This is a centerpiece on our dining room table.
fun.
So it's sitting on a mirror. And so I just was having some fun with it. I took it into Topaz. Did use the smudge filter on the mirror and the shoe and bottle. And then I used another texture filter on the rest of it because it's sitting on a white tablecloth. So I wanted all that out of there because the tablecloth has patterns in it.
Nice. Would have never known. So the question of the day is the bottle still full?
exactly what I was thinking.
I liked the reflection, and I don't know, it's just, you know, we've talked about, I think Steve's the one that's mentioned it, there's something, 15 feet from you in your house.
Yeah.
And I wanted to smudge it a bit because it seemed to bring out the colors more in the shoe. And then it also, of course, smudged down the label on the bottle a bit and just gave the bottle some neat
Yeah, I like that. I like the,
details to it.
yeah, the treatment on the label is nice. Makes it generic too.
Mhm.
The only thing I would do is maybe get rid of this fan in some of these dark areas here.
Okay.
Yeah,
Um,
yeah. Maybe tone down this light spot.
Tone that down. Okay.
Yeah.
I was doing
It
that.
still has some reality going, but not
Sure.
too much.
Yeah, I was working on this morning, so this was a last minute edit.
Yeah, I like it.
Yep.
All right.
good.
And then this again is in the house. This is an Amaryllis. And once again, took it into topaz, masked the flower and the stem and leaf, and then just put a texture behind it. What's really behind it is our white shades or blinds. And so I wanted to sort of keep the lines there a little bit,
Mhm.
but of course they're open and you can see outside and it's bright. So then that's the reason for adding a color texture to it.
Yeah. That works. The only thing I think that doesn't work is this dark area up
That little
here.
dark, okay,
Because now it makes you think that you're looking down and it's on something rather than
Okay.
in a room. You can get away with it here maybe because it kind of looks like it's a drop shadow, but and then you got masking issues, but that's easy to
yeah, I
fix.
kept playing with back and forth with the masking on that,
Yeah, you just gotta keep at it. Yeah, same
Yeah.
here. Figure out what's doing this and then just mask it out.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Other than that, I think it works real well.
Thanks.
Okay. And then if you're still in topaz, contrast detail and contrast, precision contrast and precision detail would bring up a lot of this
Yeah, okay.
that you're losing.
I've done some of that, but I think I lost a bit of it with the texture, putting the texture there, even though it was
Yeah.
masked, so,
Yeah.
yeah. Okay,
There you go. And again, once you have that mask for that, because you don't want it to be on the background, then when you bring your texture in, you just paste the mask on the texture layer and you'll be all set.
okay,
And just make sure it's good, because if you repeat a mask that's leaking, you're just gonna multiply it.
oh, all right,
As you add more things. So make
Now,
the
can
mask look
you-
really good before you copy it. Yeah.
sure.
You
Now,
can-
so topaz, those little dots to the right, or if you click on those do a copy of the mask also?
Yeah,
Okay. I was trying to remember that, and
yeah, I believe it. I believe you can copy and paste it there. Let's-
Okay.
It's been a while. Let's say I just want to add, let me find favorites. I got one here I used. Yeah, here I just saved it. So
uh-huh,
I have precision, contrast, and detail set up.
sure,
And I usually put contrast above detail. And I'll usually do the contrast first. Okay. Detail. Usually leave small alone because it usually adds a lot more grain. Let's look at large. Yeah, maybe just a little bit. All right, so something like that.
mm-hmm,
And
Mhm.
since this is all in a folder, if you do the mask up here, that's another trick. If you put stuff in a folder, save it as a look, then you just have to mask once for both of them.
uh-huh, okay.
So that's another way to do it. But I think there's a copy. Let's see, where is it? No, it's the blend modes. Yeah, here it is. Yeah, so you can copy and paste.
Oh, right there. Oh, geez, how did I miss that? I saw the
Yeah, right
invert and I
there.
didn't see that.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, but since we've got it up at the folder area, now if we do it, If I got my, yeah, my edge awareness is on, okay. Let's quickly get this done here. Yeah, it went out a little bit there, so I'll come back, fix that. All right, so if I hold the Alt key down, that should get rid of that. All right, or does that work in here? No, it doesn't work in here. Use too many programs. Yeah, that's subtracting it. All right. So I can see here, I wish these were bigger, but I can see here I missed a spot, so go back and still want to go the other way. Yeah, there we go. Almost. Ah, that's got it. Yeah, you can tell, look in here.
Mhm.
Okay. Oops,
Uh-oh.
come back here. Yeah, sometimes if I move my mouse too quick, it goes away. Thinks I want to see my desktop. All right. So now that you have this, you can copy it.
Okay, I knew there was a spot, I just did not see that.
Yeah.
Okay.
And let's say we went to something crazy like, oh, I don't know. Let's do a color overlay.
Okay.
Something like that. Then what you can do is go to this mask and come down here, hit paste. And there
Cool.
you go.
Yeah.
Okay.
Then we go back here. This is actually hiding it, so we're gonna take this and invert it. So you can go one way or the other. Oh, that's this layer. Let's undo that. I want to go here. I want to take this and invert it. There we go.
Okay.
So that's making the background sharp, and this is making this the flower sharp.
Making the subject sharp. Okay.
Yeah.
Cool.
So there's your before and after. I think the color is a little too much in the background, but you get the idea.
Yeah. Yep.
All righty. Okay.
And then went down to Tumacacri Christmas Eve. So these are just kind of a couple of, these were taken with my, actually, no, this one was taken with my regular camera inside.
Mhm.
Was that busy there, Kim?
Oh, it was Friday night. Yeah. Weather was perfect.
It was, eh?
The weather was just, I was debating about whether to go because it was so windy up here, and then the wind finally died down, but down there it was really nice. It was pretty calm. So this was an ISO of 1250 0.6 seconds, because I didn't take a tripod with me because I had no clue how busy it was going to be, and I didn't want to mess with that. So this is handheld as best as I can handheld.
Did a nice job.
Well, thanks. And then just brought up the detail and everything in topaz and the contrast and colors a little bit.
Nice.
Starts getting, yeah, let me get my pointer on here. Where did it go? Huh. Okay. But gets a little abstract up here. I kind of like.
Yeah, I kind of like that. I can't envision in my head. It's been a while since I've been down there to think of what that looks like, but the way the abstract came out, I kind of like the look of it.
Yeah, I think that's where the walls falling apart, you know, plastic
Okay,
and stuff.
that makes sense.
Yeah, up over the altar. Yeah, that's pretty cool.
And then the last one,
It's the outside.
and this was taken with my iPhone.
Yeah. I like it.
And
I heard they weren't going to put up any luminaries, as many as what they used to. So I kind of.
I was just amazed. We talked to one of the park rangers, and they said there was a total of 50 people putting all of these out, 30 staff and 20 volunteers.
I'll bet.
Amazing. Yeah.
But I just, again, took it into Topaz, brought up the sky. I didn't even realize the sky looked like that till I got it home and saw it on my phone. Then just brought it up a little bit to bring out the clouds a bit more.
Yeah.
I like it. Yeah.
Yeah, it has a abstract painting look to it.
Yeah, I was pleased. I've got an iPhone 11, so this was in night mode.
Where do you access that?
It just kind of automatically pops on, but it's up at the top of the screen on the cameras app itself. I've got Lightroom Mobile, but that you've got to play with the shutter speed.
Right.
It just automatically went to a 3-second shutter speed on my phone. And I can easily hold my phone steady for 3 seconds.
Yeah.
Compared to my camera with a big lens
Yeah,
on
I
it.
just got this new 13, and coming from the 10, I don't have those. So I'm real curious to see how it works in low light.
Yeah, this is about the second. I think really only the second time I've used it in low light. And I was surprised by because I took 2 or 3 other shots out in front looking at the mission, and I was surprised by what I got.
Yeah, when I was traveling, I used the 10 like in museums and churches and the grain was surprisingly low. So I'm hoping it's improved on this one. I haven't had a chance to play with it yet. Nice. I'm wondering if maybe just lowering the intensity of the highlights.
The highlights, okay.
Might make it look more painterly. I don't know. Just a thought. That could be easily done just in Camera Raw. You can do a couple things here. So we'll try just highlights, and then you can do a luminance mask be the other way. That's the whole thing. Okay. So if we just take highlights down, just a hint, but then it's affecting over here. Let's try something else here, just real quick. If we go up here in this new masking, and there's one called Luminance.
Oh, okay.
So you grab that, and then you get this little dropper. Let's try and go for the hottest part there.
Ooh.
That mask is showing you everywhere it's doing it. But then it gives you the ability to trim it with these. Where you can, take it over quite a bit. And then the other thing you can do is you can subtract, or you can actually go in here and intersect. So say I want to intersect with a brush so that it'll only show up where I brush it. I could just do this. I'm just going to do this part for now. See how that works. And then we can
take the highlights down.
Yeah, it looks like highlights and or exposure.
Not really changing it much.
No, it's not. So let's kill that. I think maybe the other way to do it is to just, let's turn this one. Let's delete this guy. Let's try one other thing while we're in the masks. Let's just take a brush and We'll just hit the areas we want. Let's try those first, just see what happens here. No, I think you need to do it auto mask off. Yeah, there we go. Okay. So now, yeah.
Yeah.
So you can do that, and then also you can go back. Turn this off. Let's just reset this, see if it makes more sense to. I'm just going to do these big and see how this works. Still getting my head around this masking, but I think it gives you a lot more control than I used to.
Mhm.
Yeah, you can take that down just a little bit and you can either warm it up. Yeah, warming it up, I think, helps get rid of that dinge.
Mm-hmm.
I think just that little bit helps.
Okay.
So something like that would be the way to go.
Okay.
Yeah, then this way it's not controlling it so much on the building.
Sure.
What you do with this is you put it away and you save it. And then when you get one of those beautiful starry night pictures with thousands of stars swirling around, you cut this out and you put it onto the starry night background. And you have this incredible picture that never existed, but God, it would look good. You see where my mind goes? It's just a different route.
Yeah, that's easy enough.
And he's going to do it right now.
I'm into alternate realities, obviously.
Okay, so let's just down here and do sky replacement.
Oh, that's right. It's got good.
Oh, I'd loaded so many in here.
Oh, there's millions of them in all these programs.
I've added a bunch of my own too now, so it's getting pretty crazy. I don't think it knows where the sky is on here.
Yeah, because of the clouds.
Yeah, I think, yeah, it sees a little here. Yeah. So the way to beat that would be to just mask this
Hello.
out and make it a solid color. Like
And then
sky
put a.
blue, and then come in here and you could get the sky where you want it.
Uh-huh.
Curiously, let's see how it works in Photoshop, because you know, where is it? Where's the ad sky? Here it is, sky replacement. Although I don't think I have any fancy stuff here. No, it's not finding it here.
It's
either.
not finding it either.
No. Yeah, so you'd have to actually mask it out and then make it a single color, and that way it'd be easier to find.
Sure.
And since it
Okay.
likes to look for sky blue, I'd make it that color, even though it doesn't.
Uh-huh.
It wouldn't look good in this picture. And then you could
Then overlay that. Okay.
yeah.
All right.
Okay, so I guess that's a workaround.
Okay, thank you.
Sure, thank you. Okay, Alan. So one from last week. I'm gonna make
So yeah, I just thought I'd bring this in. So I think you've already seen it, but it's the only real thing in this, Gene, is that tree in the right-hand side. Because I mirrored the tree, and then this evolved over quite a few different things, but I added the sky, and then I added the lightning bolt to the sky. So it's a total composite image, basically. Yeah.
Listen, just tell everybody that's the way it came out of the camera.
It was, yeah. I waited there for 5 years to get this shot.
That's right.
I usually say that's the way it came out of my mind's eye.
Ah, that's a good one.
There you go.
Yeah. Anyway, I just thought I'd bring it in.
I like
I
that.
think that works a lot better than what we saw last week.
Yes, yeah.
Nice.
Yeah.
All
Yeah,
right.
just so as you know, it was divided in two the last time. So,
Uh,
and then it was this is a shot I redid this image when I found out about this fur and feather effect on topaz. So I've added that to this bird, and I thought it enhanced it quite a bit. So,
That's a good shot of a quail. They're hard to get pictures of.
thanks.
Looks like morning time when they're kind of all hunkered down and puffed up.
Uh-huh.
It was a pretty cool. It was a cool morning, I think, perhaps.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, I haven't seen many lately. I haven't.
No. No, they've been. Same with hummingbirds. They've dropped off considerably.
Yeah, that too.
We even
Yeah,
added another feeder, and there's still not that many.
yeah.
Such
noticed
great respect for everybody who can do bird pictures, because I can't. I spent an hour last summer sitting on the beach with a big black rock, chumming white seagulls with Cheez-It crackers to try and get one in front of the rock so I could get a picture of it. I got seagull armpits, seagull butt, seagull feet. I got everything but a seagull in front of the rock.
Oh. Yeah. Anyway, I kind of like this one. It looks a little bit
Beautiful.
better than the first one.
Yeah.
Oh, I like it. I mean, they are such a neat, fun bird to watch anyway. And then
Yeah.
the fact that you've got this view of it is really great, of him is really great.
Yep.
Pretty aggressive looking claws, eh?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Keep those king snakes away.
Yeah, Hummer.
Yeah. So I got this little guy yesterday.
Uh-huh.
He visits my backyard every day. In fact, I can see him out there just now. But I got lucky catching this guy just as he left his little twig there. And that's a real sky, so it's interesting that it turned out like a luminar sky. But
Mhm.
Mhm. What do you think about maybe toning this down and?
Yeah, I was thinking
blurring
that
it out
that's
a
sort
bit,
of,
it's not so prominent.
yeah, kind of just catches your eye there.
Yeah.
okay,
Yeah, I think that's something I would do, especially since you've already got it going, in here. I think that would work out pretty well.
okay. Yeah. That's good.
Take a look at his next one here.
Oh, that's neat.
So this is a this is a shot I took 2 years ago. This is my daughter-in-law playing some Christmas music in a mall.
Hmm.
And I just really liked the composition of this.
Mhm.
Oh,
She's
I
a-
really like it for a lot of reasons, but that's
She's
an
a-
incredible picture.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah.
She's a professional musician, so she's played with the likes of this Michael Bublé guy. When
Uh-huh.
he came to Calgary, she would set up the strings for him and play along with him on the stage and stuff.
Wow.
So,
Nice.
But I like the
And when-
strings. You can see the actual strings in the violin there. So.
Mhm.
I like the bow. I like the position. I like the way it leads you in and out of the photograph.
Yeah.
Right.
Mhm.
So it is cropped in a little bit. There was some other distracting stuff around. So
Sure.
the bow is too long, so it was sticking up too far, and I just thought I'd just chop it right off there.
No, that's nice that it goes beyond the frame too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But you've got
And then
to,
I really like the bouquet on the left hand side of it.
yes,
Yeah.
and then,
I toned that down quite a bit. It was a
Did you?
little bit brighter than what it
Do you
was.
remember what lens this was?
Yeah, this was my 2040-70 2.8.
Nice.
It was on my. I just got my my Nikon Z6 camera. I just had it a couple of days.
Mhm.
So this is one of the first images I got with it.
Yeah. Nice.
Thanks.
That works out.
I'm gonna get in trouble again. I would love to take this picture and take the background out and drop a piece of old antique sheet music in behind her.
Oh yeah.
Oh, again, it's a shot that isn't, but what a beautiful picture to put together.
Mhm.
I like the way the light shows on her right arm beyond the viola. I mean, it's beautiful.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, she can play the violin. I can tell you that.
Excellent.
We once, I'll tell a quick story. We went to Scotland for a wedding, and she came over. She was going to play at our niece's wedding, and she didn't want to take her violin because it's pretty pricey.
uh-huh.
So she arranged to rent one over in Glasgow at this little music store. So we got there and we went into downtown Glasgow, this little music store, went through the door, and it was like walking into a Harry Potter's shop. It was so old. It was unbelievable. And it had all these old violins and musical instruments and everything. Anyway, so this guy said, okay, I've got this violin that he had ordered. Did you want to try it? She said, oh yeah, I want to try it. So she took it out and she tried it. She said, and she's in the back room, and the guy said, let me get you another violin. It's pretty amazing. Anyway, it was
Better, sweeter one, huh?
it was like walking back and
Yeah.
walking into a Harry Potter store. You know?
Wow.
It's crazy.
Cool.
Uh,
Okay, I think we know where this is. Nice.
yes,
Oh, yeah, nice,
thank you.
nice.
So this is actually two images. It was that photo pills thing, Sandy, that we were talking about, where you take a couple of images and then you just superimpose them. So the first part of it is focused on the grass on the right-hand side, and then the second image is focused on the background there,
Mhm.
and then you blend them together.
Yep, that works nicely.
It came out quite sharp.
I like it.
I did have a kind of a piece of grass right in the middle, and I removed that, so it was a little distracting.
Mhm. Focus stacks. Nice.
Yeah.
Well, let's take a quick peek at this guy. Just, I don't know, we can just go in here real quick. Oh, it's just kind of little, isn't it? Yeah, you could just do this with a blur brush probably. Let's see here. Get our blur brush.
So what exactly you didn't like about this part? It's too bright, or?
Yeah, I think it's a little bright.
Okay.
Well, let's take care of that first. All right, let's just make a copy here. Just go over here and get a brush. Be nice if you could keep these masks or get this masking technology over to the rest of it. Yeah, we'll pull the highlights down, maybe take exposure just to here. Looks like there's still some areas that
So a quick question here, I should probably know this. So if you've done a mask, like what you've done there, and you went in and then you changed something on it, can you go back in after that and then change the mask again, or do you have to?
well, yeah, once you're
Respect.
committed and saved it, you got to go back and start over again. If we're still in the camera off section or in Lightroom, you can change it back and forth anytime you want. But camera raw, once you commit to it, it's if you go back, I don't think it's there. At least it didn't used to be. Let's take a quick peek here. See if there's yeah, no, it's gone. There's no
Yeah.
existing mask.
Okay.
So it doesn't save the data. It's just too bad. Yeah, well, here's something that we can try just for grins. Let's go into camera raw and let's mask the whole thing off this time. See if this works. I don't think it will, but let's see here. Take a brush. Yeah. Guess if you're going to do this and you want to go back and use the undo, do it in sections. See, I did all that at once, and when I hit
Right.
undo, it just got rid of all of it.
Yeah.
Let's just see if this works. I'm thinking the mask is going to constrain the blur, but what we can do is take clarity down. Well, that helps a little bit. Texture down. Nah, dehaze is not going to work. Maybe take the sharpness down. That's a pretty good start. It's before and after. And you could do something like that and then go in and blur the edges. So let's yeah, that kind of gets you on the way.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
That'll help it out. Yeah, so make it a little bigger here. So basically, I think that helps it out.
Yeah.
Yeah. You could probably blur this even a little more in here. An old trick too with the blur is just go off on a different tool and then come back, and then it'll start over again and make it heavier. Yeah, if you max out on the blur, just go to something else and come back.
Reset, and I reset it.
It'll reset it and tag on top of it. There you go.
Mhm.
That's more like
Yeah,
it.
I like that better.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Okay.
Good one.
Yeah, so let's see. Got some more of my Italian stuff here. So this is in Florence, and that's the Porto Vecchio Bridge where all the jewelry stores are, if you walk on the inside. And I did a sky replacement in Luminar on this one because it was just a really overcast day, and nothing really remarkable about the sky.
Mhm. Oh, look at all the bridges going down there. Eh?
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, I like the
amazing.
repetition. Gives a nice rhythm. I like the ripples too, especially the guy, sculling down here.
Mhm.
Oh,
Yeah.
very neat.
And that relight feature really helps, it pulls in these colors into different areas, and you actually get a little reflection of the sky working. So they've improved it quite a bit, which is kind of nice. Now here, I've just for grins, I took this same sky and used it on another photo. This next one, but I went the other way since it was a late afternoon magic hour shot. I just took it and warmed it up,
Hmm.
and had a little more of it showing up on the top. But looks like two different skies.
Sure does.
The
Yeah.
only giveaway
Yeah,
is
you wouldn't know.
this
Yeah.
striation here. Yeah, you can see here.
Yeah.
But other than that, pretty amazing what it does.
Yeah.
So that's in the Piedmont area where they grow a lot of wine as well. I think that's more of the Chianti area,
Kian.
different than Tuscany. And it's just one of the hill towns
That's fun.
there.
Awesome.
The Italian Touring Club.
1870. Huh?
Yeah.
It's actually relatively young.
Yeah. I think that's the address. This one was another address. And that's my birth year. So I did a little self-portrait there. That's me here.
Oh,
So that was kind of fun. Then, of course, I got some slight remarks from some of my friends about the address. But so it goes. This was in Siena, up on top of the, there's an area where you can walk up on top of the towers there, and we'd just come down and it was getting to be dusk. We toured the inside of the church there, and as we were coming out, the moon was rising right through the archway there, so I grabbed that shot.
that was lucky.
Yeah, so
It wasn't a photo pills effect, was it?
yeah, so that was all on the camera. That was kind of fun.
Very good.
And this was on the way out of the MC Escher show.
Oh, wow.
They made the room kind of Escher-esque with these big chrome balls that were in there.
That's amazing.
Yeah, they were huge.
That's
Love that.
cool.
And the room was amazing. Look at the mural.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow. That's,
But they were so out of character sitting on the floor there.
where was this?
This was in Genoa.
Genoa.
There was an MC Escher show.
I would love to go there.
Yeah. Genoa was pretty amazing. Real crowded, but pretty amazing. This is
Oh,
up
I
in
like that.
areas again. This is over toward Umbria in that area. Just like what they did for different, using recycled things for flower pots, like this bicycle and then this guitar case.
Oh,
It's left of the guitar.
what's left of the guitar? Yeah.
yeah. Awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And this was part of my graffiti series. This is in Milan. A lot of graffiti there.
Wow. Not quite sure what it's saying, but it's
Yeah. Well, I thought the mural was interesting. It's a shame
yeah.
Yeah.
they tagged the hell out of it, but yeah, and I darkened the sidewalk in the background up a little bit to bring it forward a bit.
Oh, okay.
And this was just in a courtyard outside of a church. I thought it was kind of interesting.
Certainly is.
A couple
Lots of these
shots.
little icons around, eh?
What's that?
They seem to have a lot of these little icons on.
Oh,
the
yeah,
wall.
yeah, you bet. Pretty neat.
Amazing. Absolutely amazing.
I love the guy's broom,
Mhm.
you know. It's just above a place we stayed in the Piedmont area. That was kind of an interesting little town too. We just walked up. And this guy was in Genoa. He was just taking a break and checking out his phone. Yeah, that's it.
Great.
Neat.
Genoa. Yeah.
Yeah,
Very nice.
yeah, thank you. Let me stop the share and the record here.